How's it going, everyone? It's Moodog for Moodog's Frugal RCs and more. Throwing a little video together here for an update on the Piranha TR10 from Redcat. The last video I did for this car is the Dirt Bash and Final Thoughts video. I'll post a link in the description or put a card up in the corner possibly for that video if you guys want to check it out. I mentioned in that video that one of the issues that I was having with this vehicle is the fact that the steering seemed kind of slow, and I kind of attributed it to a underpowered servo. And it is in fact an underpowered servo. The servo that came out of this is the same one they're using in the Redcat Blackout series, brushed series, I believe. This is the model right here. Is the AHX 3CP servo. It has a nylon gear in it, nylon gears on the inside, so all plastic pretty much, and only 3 kilograms of force on this one. The problem I'm having, guys, is the fact that if you look at this car, you look at the front end of it, you can see how everything is kind of pitched forward, and the fact that you're dealing with a lot of plastic internal pieces here, which is not necessarily the worst part of it. I think it's just kind of a goofy design with everything kind of canted forward there. This is woefully, and I'm talking about woefully, inadequate as far as for strength. It's really tough to get the wheels to pitch either left or right on pavement or on carpet or whatever. You'd actually have to have the thing rolling in order for it to start to turn, and then the turn would be so lackadaisical it would make a big arc instead of cutting a corner. And again, I think some of that is the issue with the design of the front end. So what I did was I purchased a servo online. And I'm not sure of the model of it, but I ended up getting a 20 kilogram servo. It's a 3-wire servo, but this thing, let me get this thing powered up and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So I'll post a picture of the servo that I purchased. I'll put a little picture inside the video here so you guys can check out and see exactly what it is, and I'll also post a link in the description so you guys can see, and if you decide to get one for yourselves, you can do so. Now, I don't know if it's necessarily the right one for this car. I could have probably went with the, a 9 kilogram or 6 kilogram or something else. Just something I wanted to get those wheels turning a little bit quicker. Now this 20 kilogram servo is a monster. It's a beast. I think it's designed for probably a crawler, something along those lines, that you need that heavy duty steering when you're on, undulating surfaces or uneven surfaces or rocks or weird terrain. For something like this, that's basically just a desert buggy or dirt blaster kind of car. Probably a little bit overkill, but that's usually the way I go about things. I always go for the gusto. So let me show you what this thing is doing to the front end of this car when I actuate it once. We'll go ahead and I have the remote on now. Let's go ahead and turn power on, and I've just got a little, you can see already, I've just got a little battery in here now, but you can, let's get this on normal, there we go. So if you watch the front end, and I'll try to get a little bit closer picture of this. Let me see if I can move the camera up just a little bit here. If you watch the front end, you can see it. You can see it torquing. Now, you can see it torquing now. So I think I'm probably going to have to mess around with the linkage somewhere in there, or shorten something, or get a different link that you can see coming off the front of the servo. I'm using the metal. I don't know what that's called, you guys. If you guys know what that thing's called, the metal part coming off the servo there, I would greatly appreciate somebody letting me know. I don't want to call it something stupid and then have you guys flame me for it. But so that part I'm using off the actual that it came with the servo. I tried using the plastic part like that. That was this one here. I'll show you. This is the part I tried using, and the problem with this one was, on this servo anyway, it wouldn't center itself. It would torque so hard that it would torque this thing so hard that it would offset it, and it would actually have to, you know, rock the steering back and forth, left and right, to get it to center itself again and have the wheels go straight. And it was just a constant ordeal with messing with steering trim and doing that. I just thought, well, I'll use the original part for it and see if that doesn't solve the problem. But you can see, guys, that that's just absolutely twisting that whole front end. So, but it's fast. It's fast and it steers, but the thing is, you know, I have to really be careful if I'm going to drive this thing, that I'm not, you know, over time, what's that going to do to the screw holes? Now, there's screws underneath here and there's screws up on top that are getting bucked left and right. That's going to start tearing threads, I'm pretty sure. It is plastic. So that's something I'm going to have to work on right now. I also went ahead, guys, and I replaced the motor in here. Now, I didn't need to do that. Let me actually turn this car off first here. I didn't have to do that, guys. I went ahead and I replaced it to see if I could get some more horsepower out of this car, you know, before I change over to brushless. Now, I do plan on going brushless with this vehicle. The issue that I'm having right now is kind of twofold. The money part, you know, sinking, you know, upwards of, you know, $60, $70, $80 into a brushless system for this vehicle, because keep in mind now, this is a two-in-one ESC receiver, all in one shooting match right here. So that's the whole shooting match. So I'm going to have to get a receiver, I'm going to have to get an ESC, and I'm probably going to have to get a new transmitter. So there you go, you're looking at about $100 there. I do plan on doing it at some point. It's the money is the first thing. The second thing that's going on with this right now is the fact that we are dealing with a plastic spur gear. There is no metal upgrade for this that I know of. Redcat, if you're out there and you're watching this video, let me know if I can get a metal spur gear for this vehicle. I sure would like to see if I can get a possibly inexpensive brushless system in here. And I know I don't have to spend tons of money to get something decent, but I mean, realistically, if I was going to do it, you're probably looking at close to probably about $100, maybe a little more, a little less, for the whole thing, the ESC, the receiver, and the transmitter. So, and the motor. I forgot, you know, add the motor in there too right away. It could be a little over $100 at that point. So what I did in lieu of that right now, guys, to see if I could get a little bit more horsepower out of here, is I went ahead and I replaced the motor. What I got in here now is this, sorry about the lighting here, guys. I know it really kind of sucks, but I put it to me a Sport Tune. This is the RS 540, Sport Tune 540 motor in here. Supposedly this has higher RPMs, and it also has, you know, better internal quality. The brushes are a little bit better quality, the windings are a little tighter, that type of thing. It's supposed to actually boost your horsepower on a brushed system. So I went ahead and I installed that, but I can't run it right now because I am waiting on a new Pinion. Big dumb me. And I talk about monkey fisting everything on my videos. Don't monkey fist this, don't monkey fist that. Well, monkey see, monkey did. I ended up miffing this grub screw in here. It was so tight on that motor shaft on the original motor that I ended up just kind of taking a small blade screwdriver and knocking this thing off of there, and then putting this in a vise and seeing if I could get a long handled, this was I think it was a 1.5 millimeter if I'm not mistaken. See if I could get a 1.5 in there and twist it out. Well, ended up rounding it out like a dork, and I went to try to drill it. I got a drill press. I put it in the drill press, tried drilling it out, and I bunged up all the you can see it sticking in there yet. Went ahead and I bunged up all the threads in there. So I just figured, it's a 22th. It's a 22th brass pinion. So I got to head over to hobby shop here locally tomorrow, and I actually going to be putting another car on layaway, and you guys will be seeing that within a couple of weeks, I'm sure. But that's neither here nor there. I have to pick up another pinion. Once I get that pinion picked up and installed and take care of my steering issue. I do plan on driving it like it is right now with the steering the way it is until I can figure out another remedy. Maybe it's just going to be a matter of moving around some of these links here, opening them up, closing them, whatever I have to do. I'll mess around with that and see if I can pick up maybe another arm for the actual servo. See if I can. I'll work something out to get it to work the best I can. As it is right now, I don't think I drive it for any duration because, like I said, I'm going to end up pulling screws out of those holes and just really destroying the threads inside that plastic chassis. So that's pretty much what I've done so far to the Redcat Piranha. I love the car, guys. It's a great car. Everything's going well on it. I've been throwing, like I mentioned, the kitchen sink at this thing, and it's still going strong. These are just things that I wanted to try to rectify. Mainly, obviously, the steering issue I thought was kind of warranted an upgrade. I think I went a little overboard on the upgrade, or maybe I just have to mess with linkage. I'm sure if I mess with the linkage here or there, I may be able to rectify that a little bit. It's not going to be twisting the chassis the way it is. As it was, I had to actually take material out of here. I don't want to make this video too long, but I'll go ahead and get this battery out of the way here. I actually had to remove some material. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I'll point to it right here. Down along this edge here, this plastic bridge here went all the way across. So I actually had to take my hobby grinder, get in there, and then grind that all out. And then the same thing in the front here, where the front side of the servo is, there was another bit of plastic that went across, so you could probably just barely see it now. I'll try to point to it up on the top. You're probably not going to be able to see it, but it's up here, and it went all the way across. So I ended up having to grind that out to get this thing to fit in there and bolt down, because there is no mounting system other than this plate. There's two screws in this top plate right here, one here and one here, and basically that screws into the chassis tub here, and it kind of squeezes everything together and holds the servo down in place. So that's the type of hold down that this car has. It doesn't have the traditional hold down for the servo. So I figured I had to use this. There really was no other place to mount it, because all this is battery tray here, and I couldn't get it up on top the ESC receiver just because, well, I couldn't. So that's kind of what we're dealing with there. I'm hoping to get this working the right way. Once I do, I'll post another video, let you guys know how it's going with this. But so far, man, I can honestly say that this is a good buy for the money. If you guys are maybe just starting out in the hobby, want a true hobby grade car, something that can be upgraded, something that can be worked on. I really enjoy this part of the hobby, working on my cars, doing that type of thing. If you guys are the same as me, this would be a perfect platform to get going on it. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate those. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section. I'll be posting more videos coming up real soon with more cars, more commentary, more bashing, all that type of stuff. Winter's coming. A lot of fun stuff coming your way, coming my way. So see y'all in the next one. God bless the Republic.